Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to unlock one simple change that can instantly make your English sound way more advanced. It's a technique that native speakers use all the time, and it's all about making your sentences shorter, smoother, and just more powerful.
All right, take a look at these two sentences. Sensei says, a wild cat and a piece of wood. It gets the job done. But sentence B, a tiger cub curiously peering around a tree stump. Now that paints a picture, right? It tells a story. So the big question is, how do you actually get from A to B? That's the leap we're making today.
And here's the thing. This isn't about just memorizing a bunch of vocabulary. This is a structural technique. It's about how you actually build your sentences from the ground up. If you can master this one skill, it'll totally change how you sound in English. Let's do this. Okay, so first things first. Every great sentence starts with the right materials. Before we can even worry about the structure, we need to focus on our building blocks, the words themselves. It all kicks off with choosing vocabulary that's precise and powerful. Just look at the difference these words make. Wildcat becomes tiger cub. Boom! Now we know its species and its age. Piece of wood turns into a tree stump, and suddenly the whole scene feels more real. And check out the verb. Looking levels up to peering, which gives us this sense of a careful, almost hidden action. And curiously tells us exactly how it's happening. See? This kind of specificity is the foundation for everything else. So we've got our specific words. What's next? Well, now we have to weave them together into a sentence that's really packed with detail. And the tool for that job? Clauses. To do this, we add something called a relative clause. See that part right there, which is curiously peering? That whole phrase attaches right onto the noun, the tiger cub, to give us extra information about what it's doing. So what is a relative clause, really? Think of it like a little sticky note that you attach to a noun to tell you more about it. It's a super fundamental tool for adding detail, which is why you see them absolutely everywhere in English. But here's the secret. The sentence we just built is grammatically perfect. You'd get a gold star. But it's not always how people actually talk. To sound more fluent, native speakers have this little trick. They shorten or reduce these clauses. This is the pro move we're here to learn today. See what happened? We just took out which is, and now the sentence is, I see a tiger cub curiously peering around a tree stump. It's shorter, it's punchier, and it just flows so much better. That, my friends, is a reduced relative clause. Let's look at another one, just to let it sink in. This sentence is 100% correct. The man who is standing near the door is my teacher. No mistakes there at all, but we can make it sound even better. And boom, this shows you the power of reduction. By dropping who is, we get the man standing near the door is my teacher. The meaning is exactly the same, but the delivery is way more direct and natural. It's an instant upgrade to your English. So, you're probably thinking, okay, I get it, but how do I know when and how to do this? You can't just start chopping words out of every sentence. But luckily, there are 3 main patterns to follow. Think of it like your own personal reduction toolkit. This toolkit has 3 main tools. We've got ing verbs for when the noun is actively doing something, ed verbs for when something is being done to the noun, and the to-infinitive for things like purpose or need. Let's break them down one by one. First up, the ing reduction. We use this when the noun is the one doing the action. So people who live becomes people living. See that? The people are doing the living, so we can just drop the pronoun who and change the verb to its ing form. It's simple, clean, and super common. Next up, the ed reduction. This is our go-to for passive sentences, when the action is happening to the noun. The car wasn't doing the stealing, it was stolen, right? So we can just chop out that was, and we're left with the past participle. The car stolen yesterday. It's just incredibly efficient. And finally, we have the to-infinitive. You'll use this a lot for situations that express purpose, or a need, or something you gotta do in the future. Instead of that whole long clause that I need to finish, we can shrink it all the way down to just to finish. I have a lot of homework to finish. It gets straight to the point. So, we've covered the what and the how. But let's get to the really important part, the why. Why does mastering this one little skill have such a huge impact on how fluent you sound in English? So, why does this matter so much? Well, using reduced clauses is a huge sign of a high-level English speaker. For one, it makes your sentences way more concise. It also helps you stop overusing words like who, which, and that all the time. But most importantly, it moves you from sounding like you're reading from a textbook to sounding like a natural speaker, because this is how people really talk. So here's your challenge. The next time you're writing an email or just practicing your speaking, pause for a second. Find a relative clause and ask yourself, hey, can I reduce this? Give it a shot. It's such a small change, but it makes a massive difference. So, what do you say? Are you ready to level up your next sentence?